And welcome back to another episode of The Credit Authority. Once again, I am your host, Rhonda Kulch, and I am so glad that you tuned in today. We always like to start our segment by thanking our sponsor. So thank you so much to Equity First. If you are experiencing credit and or financial challenges, whether it be for yourself or your business, consider reaching out to any one of their trained professionals. They are bilingual nationwide and waiting for your call. They could be reached at 631-714-4822. And I am so excited for this week's show because we are highlighting amazing women that do things right here in our community, women that have voices, and that would be no different than our next guest, Nikkia McClain. How are you this morning?
I'm good, Rhonda. How are you?
I am so excited that you took the time to chat with us because women and sharing our stories is so important. So tell everybody a little bit about you.
Well, first, my name is Nikkia McClain. For those who didn't hear, I'm the CEO and founder of Tene, Nicole Creative Agency. We were Tene, Nicole Marketing and PR from 2011 to about 2021. And then post-COVID, became a full agency. We work with Fortune 50, Fortune 100, 500, Inc. 5000, and multi-million-dollar brands, taking their brands to the next level, whether it's through marketing, PR campaigns, creative campaigns, social, digital campaigns, and just kind of leading the charge. I lead a team of 6. We also have an initiative called Support Your Girlfriends. That's our philanthropy arm, where we not only host retreats for high-level executive women of color, but we also pour back giving grants to small business owners.
How inspiring is that? First of all, congratulations on your success. That is first and foremost. And second of all, love that you've taken that creative side with businesses and you're helping to amplify their voice and helping them really to probably excel to the next level. So let's start with a traditional client. Somebody is not sure whether or not they're ready for you. Walk us through what that looks like.
Well, first, and we've experienced that. I didn't mention that, but we do have another leg called DIY PR. It's a platform I created 4 years pre-COVID, but was able to release it during COVID. And through that, we have partnerships with like the Chambers. We just did a cohort with Macy's. So that the start is, most people come to us because they believe they're at a position where they need PR, but oftentimes we may find that they may not really understand what that means, right? So they're not sure. PR, they think it's marketing, they think that we're here to be brand managers, and we are as a full creative agency, but we kind of walk them through the process to see where the gaps are missing. Like, what's the hole? Tell us, one, if you've been established, are you seeing visibility? Do you feel like your brand is gaining value? And then we kind of dissect from there. So if we feel like, we can meet their needs, then absolutely we'll kind of present them with our capabilities and let them know what we're capable of doing. And then from there, we build strategy. But if we find that, businesses are not in a position where they can either afford us and know what it is that we're doing, we then kind of, roll them out to our DIY PR platform, which still gives them brand visibility, but they're kind of doing it on their own. And we love that they're doing it on their own because it can be incorporated into their business model. But if you are working with our agency, we really build out strategies. We meet with our clients weekly to also make sure that we're hitting target goals. So it really is not just about the media placement or the brand placement, but what's your messaging? How are you communicating your products or services to your target audience? And then going far beyond that, how do you even broaden your reach? So there's strategy, of course, behind that. I'm not going to give that to you on the phone, right?
No, I understand completely. It's funny because, a lot of times when people hear PR, they either think it's a company that is there for reputation management, not necessarily for business growth and expansion. Now, how do you handle a client that you're looking to do PR for, right? They've engaged you in your service. A lot of PR has to do with public speaking, going on the radio, going into TV performances. How do you get that client ready for those performances?
Yeah, that's a great question. We do media training, but also just like I'm doing this segment with you right now. It's really having your talking points and know what you're talking about. And then when you do it repetitively, when you start doing more interviews, it kind of just flows to you. You know what you're talking about. I tell people all the time, whether you're working for a company and working with us or you are the head of the company working with us, you are already acting as your own publicist. The way you talk about your company, your products, your service, whether it's being reflective positively, negatively, you still could go in there and course correct it. So you all are already acting as your own PR people. It's just that when you work with consultants or agencies, we're giving you the strategies and tools. So I never want anyone to think of PR as, oh, I'm going to be seen on the radio or television. Public relations is really your communication strategies for your internal and your external stakeholders, right? Whether it's people that's coming to work for your company, I'm sure they saw it, they heard about it. Maybe it's gotten, this is like the best company to work for in 2023, whatever those accolades were. I'm sure it's that person who is positioning the company. So PR overall is about your messaging. Is it positive? It's not about, no PR agency or consultant is looking for clients that need brand reputation to be fixed, right?
No, they didn't.
About. However, it is important for you to have PR strategies if something does arise. I mean, I think we've seen in the past few years how companies are kind of putting their foot in the mouth, or we could see the disconnect between PR and marketing, because you'll have these marketing strategies, but if you had PR involved in those strategies, it is your PR agency or consultant to course correct and say, yeah, you know what? This messaging may not come off well to others, right? Or somebody may be offended by this. I think that's where you see the disconnect between marketing or advertising teams that are not, or maybe just the PR just don't know. And if they don't, then you need to fire them. But your PR agency should be leading communications and making sure that that messaging never, ever gets confused.
Now, that's another great point, because you have companies that may have a marketing team and they've grown into the necessity of a PR firm. How do you collaborate when somebody comes with outside components?
Oh, it's important to collaborate. I always say collaboration over competition anytime. At the end of the day, you all should be coming together for that one person in mind, which is the client. And I think oftentimes you do see that disconnect, because some people may feel like, oh, you're stepping on my toes, but that it should always be a collaboration. I mean, we work for, of course, these major corporations, and half the time they have internal comms teams, right? They're just subcontracting the work. So you have to be able to be cohesive and in sync in the work that you're doing. I love collaboration. I think we just always need to focus on who the client is, and that is, the person that you're representing. It doesn't belong to us. Doesn't belong to the other agency, doesn't even belong to the internal comms team. So you always want to make sure that those outside teams are working together, or it's not benefiting the client.
Now, I am excited because I know that you are a speaker at the upcoming Entrepreneur Summit on October 16th, I believe, in New York City. Tell us a little sneak peek of what we should expect to see from you.
Oh, well, I'm going to be doing branding 101, which is how do you build core strategies that you can implement into your business model for brand enhancement. So I'm not even doing PR and marketing. I really want to get to the soups and, is it bells and whistles? Bells and whistles, that's what it is. I want to get to the bells and
You're
whistles.
deep diving, yeah.
Yeah, because it's branding. I feel like we're in such a digital age, and now we got Chat GPT, we have AI. How do you still position yourself for branding and using these resources to help you really push your brand forward? So that's what I'm going to be diving into at the summit.
I love that. And I think that it's so important because I'll be the first to say, I'm 50 years old. I've had my business for a long time. But at the end of the day, a lot of these technology challenges are very intimidating. So I'd be very interested in seeing how that plays out. I'll be there myself, so I'll be looking forward to meeting you. And if somebody was interested in getting to know you or getting to know your agency better, how do they connect with you?
Well, on all social platforms, I'm mainly on IG. It's just Nikkia McClain, so that's Nikkia McClain, and then we're Tene Nicole. So just www.tene, T-E-N-E, Nicole, Nicole.com. And of course, come to the summit.
Come to the summit. We're promoting the summit. So
Yes.
I am excited to have this opportunity to chat today, and I look forward to meeting you soon. Till next time, everybody, stay tuned. We're bringing you another amazing guest.